Hey, what's going on? Matt O'Leary back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about Marcus Maye and what a potential extension with him could look like. But before we get started, I just wanted to mention that you can follow me on social media at Matt O'Leary NY. Also, call in, leave me your questions for the podcast. New episodes come out every Monday. Before we get into the video, I just wanted to wish my favorite Jet of all time, Sean Ellis, a happy birthday. I am wearing his jersey today. I have a signed jersey by him up there. I met him when I was like 10 years old. Really cool dude, one of my favorite Jets of all time, probably my favorite Jet of all time, actually, if I'm being completely honest. And I think he's really underappreciated with his time with the New York Jets. So just a shout out to Sean Ellis on his birthday. Marcus Maye is 27 years old, so he's going to play the 2020 season as a 27-year-old, and then he is due to get paid. Now, obviously, with the Jamal Adams drama going on, everyone originally assumed that Ashtyn Davis was drafted to replace Marcus Maye. Now, with everything going on, it looks like Ashtyn Davis and Marcus Maye are going to be the future of this New York Jets team at the safety position. So Maye's 27 for this year. He'll be 28 when he gets paid, and we're going to take a look at what that contract could be. So for context, his Pro Football Focus grades over the last few years was 74.5 this past year. He was the 17th rated safety in the league. In 2018, he didn't play that much, but when he did, he was effective. He had an 80 overall rating by Pro Football Focus, and in his rookie year, 2017, he had a 59.5. I don't know how really indicative that is of his rookie year. I thought he had a better rookie year than Jamal Adams, and then Jamal took a much bigger leap, while in 2018, Marcus Maye was banged up and couldn't really stay on the field. And then this past year, in year 3 for Marcus Maye, he was just solid. So his cap hit for 2020 is going to be like $2 million in change, a little bit more than $2 million, which is definitely below market value for him. He is someone who should be paid higher than $2 million. He is going to get $2 million when he becomes a free agent. According to Over the Cap, his 2019 evaluation came in at $7.6 million. That's what they valued him to be. So keeping that in mind, that kind of brings us to our next point is what is he going to get when he hits the open market at the end of this year? That seems like a pretty good number. I think it's going to be a little bit higher than 7.6 though. So if you go back to 2019 and take a look at what a couple of safeties got in free agency, I think we're going to see about the range that we're going to get from Marcus Maye. Adrian Amos got 4 years with a $9 million AAV at age 26. At age 28, Kenny Vaccaro got a 4-year, $6 million a year deal. Now, I think you're going to be looking at 4 years for Marcus Maye, so that would pay him for his 28, 29, 30, and 31 season, and then potentially from there you can move on, as most defensive backs by the time they hit 31 are on the tail end of their career. For me, I think I'm going 4 years with an $8 million AAV. I could see it maybe getting up at $10 million at the absolute most, but at $8 million per year, that would make him the 15th highest paid safety in the league. He is not someone who's going to reset the safety market. If you put him somewhere towards the middle of the pack in terms of pay, 15th seems pretty fair. Is he a top 15 safety at either position? Maybe you can make the case at just free safety. I would say he's probably in the top half for free safety. He may have to move back to strong safety, which he played at Florida, and have Ashtyn Davis play free safety, or they could flip-flop it. That we really don't know what's going to happen just yet. But the moral of the story here is I think if you are trading Jamal Adams, it is important to extend Marcus Maye and give him a contract extension after this season. And if they do, I expect it to be 4 years. I don't think that it's going to get to 5 or any more than that. Maybe they are able to agree on a 3-year deal, but I'd be really surprised with that. And I think you're going to be looking at somewhere between $7 to $9 million. So I'll split the difference and say 8. 10 at the absolute most. I don't think it's going to go more than $10 million a year AAV. So Marcus Maye's been a little bit on the frustrated side because he originally seemed like he was getting hate. And I'll explain, because his upsetness is a little bit justified. So when Adam Gase first took over, one of the first things he tried to do was trade Marcus Maye. That's what Connor Rogers has said multiple times. I trust his opinion and his sources. And it looked like the Jets were trying to move on from Marcus Maye. They didn't. They decided to keep him. And then they drafted his replacement this year. That's what Ashtyn Davis was. He was drafted as a replacement. And obviously, when fans see that, they're going to say, okay, well, we're going to assume Jamal Adams and Ashtyn Davis are going to be the 1-2 punch. But at the same time, I think fans could also realize that Marcus Maye is a quality safety. To me, he's an underrated player. He's not a flashy guy, but he's solid. He's a very good starting safety in this league, and the Jets should want to keep him around. So I understand why Marcus was a little bit frustrated with everything going on. But I think the new contract extension after this year would definitely ease things over, and potentially with a new head coach, which could make things a little bit easier. But I am looking to extend Marcus Maye. I think it makes sense. You can't lose both these guys. Marcus Maye and Ashton Davis, I think, is going to be a fine safety duo. I know Ashton's not going to be the same player that Jamal is. That's not fair to expect that. But what I can say is this: Marcus Maye is deserving of staying here now that Jamal Adams is trying to force his way out. I think it's going to be $8 million a year. Let me know in the comments below what you think the AAV on the contract is going to be and for how many years. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Once again, I'm Matt O'Leary. Make sure to subscribe if you're new, and I'll talk to you next time.